Hey guys, I'm Mike.
And I'm Tom.
And we are Bible Fanatics. Ow!
But today we're Bible history fanatics because
True
all
that.
of the next books are about the history.
True that. Now the next 12 books, yes, are all about history. Now that sounds like a lot, boys and girls, I know, but believe me, they're going to be quick.
That's right. Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther.
Whoa, slow down. That's a little too fast.
I'm
Little
sorry.
too fast.
I'm sorry, guys. We'll start with Joshua.
Perfect.
Now, Joshua was the leader that brought the children of Israel into the promised land. But God first gave them a great victory at the wall of Jericho. So to remember Joshua, we are going to make the walls of Jericho come tumbling down.
Yeah, we are tumbling down. Joshua is followed by Judges. Now the Judges were the ones who ruled Israel in the promised land, and they saved them from their enemies. And they include Deborah, the brave leader, Gideon, and the powerful Samson. Now here's what we're going to do. Let's make a fist and pound it like a gavel in our hands to remember the Judges.
Awesome. Now, Ruth is a sweet story of Ruth, a girl from Moab, and her mother-in-law, Naomi, and how she stayed faithful to her. What Ruth would do was go through the fields and pick out wheat for food and give to her mother-in-law. So when we remember Ruth, we're going to be picking up wheat out of the fields. So we have Joshua, Judges, and Ruth.
1st and 2nd Samuel tell the story of Samuel the prophet and the first kings of Israel, including Saul, David, and Solomon. Now we can remember 1st and 2nd Samuel by counting with our fingers. 1, 2, and then making an S with one finger in the air.
Awesome. 1st and 2nd Samuel is followed by 1st and 2nd Kings. It tells the history of the kings of Israel. Some good, some bad, and some ugly. But no matter what, we're going to remember them by going 1, 2, and a crown. 1st Kings, 2nd Kings, and a crown.
Now, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, it retells the stories of the kings of Israel from the beginning. Now, here's what we're going to do. Count on your fingers, 1 and 2, and then make a C shape with your hand to represent Chronicles.
After 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra. Now, Ezra lived a long time after the kings, and because they kept on sinning, God allowed them to be punished by the Babylonians. But when it was time for them to be forgiven, Ezra was one that brought them back home. So Ezra waved goodbye to the Babylonians. So remember Ezra by waving goodbye.
Now, Nehemiah also lived in the time after the exile to Babylon. He helped the people rebuild the wall around their city of Jerusalem. So to help us remember Nehemiah, let's make hand motions as if we were stacking bricks to rebuild the wall.
And after Nehemiah, there was a lady queen named Esther. Now, she was an Israelite, but she was queen. And because of her bravery of going into the king's room in the king's palace, she was able to save all of her people. So we're going to remember Esther by also putting on a crown, but fluffing her hair. Girl power!
And that's all the books of history, boys and girls. 12 in all. See, we told you this wouldn't take long.
Let's review them all together, okay? Joshua, Judges, Ruth, picking out wheat, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles with a C, then Ezra waving goodbye, Nehemiah building the wall, and then Esther.
So,
Girl power!
9 motions, 12 books that teach us what happens when we obey God.
And when we don't.